Greetings, peoples, and welcome back to the Sonic Mania playthrough. We are here in the final zone of the game, Titanic Monarch, and right off the bat we get a secret. That's just awesome. And we get to see the re-implementation of the Sonic 3 bonus stage, well, one of the bonus stages anyway. Electrical bubble sphere things. It's cool. Is anyone else getting Sonic Heroes Final Fortress vibes? I'm getting that from this level. I'm just constantly thinking of Sonic Heroes. And I'm conflicted on whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, because my opinion on Heroes is very mixed. I really can't tell whether I like that game or whether I think it's meh. I know I don't hate the game, but can't tell whether I like it or not. Going up here, like, I never really noticed until my second or third playthrough of Mania, but again, with like these bouncing things on the walls, I don't know what you would call them, like this, as well as the electrical spheres that I mentioned earlier. It borrows a lot from Sonic 3's bonus stages. I found that interesting, at least. I'm trying to keep this interesting. I'm trying to upload all of this. Alright. At my time right now, it's tomorrow for April Fool's / Easter. I've been recording all of these at once, and I'm tired. I'm trying to keep this as interesting as possible. Right now we have a shield. Yeah, I'm pressed for time right now. Well, not pressed for time. I'm just like, I'm trying to come up with good ideas. There we go, Supersonic. Because this level's honestly, I want to say boring, but I just use Supersonic all the time when I get the chance on this level. And whoa. Yeah, never noticed. Yeah, that before, the whole getting propelled upwards by the electrical like energy from those pole things. And I never knew that until this playthrough, so new secrets are being learned in Sonic Mania every single day. I probably shouldn't be rushing into this section, considering that it's very easy to get crushed around this part of the stage. Going up. Eggman faces everywhere, so you know this place is just delightful. Anytime you see Eggman's face on something, you know it's gonna be a fun. It's gonna be a fun time. What does it say? Hi on his flags? Does Eggman secretly support the use of drugs? All this and more will be discovered on the next episode of Sonic Mania. Not really though, I do actually have one more episode of this to go because I'm recording off the PS4, off of its capture option for gameplay, which is why you see the little copyright Sega little logo at the bottom of the screen. Because, yeah, this is, directly off of my PS4, and, I mean, I don't really have a capture card yet. I will have one soon, so the doors will open up to me very soon, but, yeah, doors right now for more games, those are all closed right now until I get that capture card soon, but until I have that near the end of, by the time these videos are uploaded, by the end of the month, it's gonna be, yeah, just a little while before I start uploading stuff, unless, like, I find something else on my PS4 to, like, record. I mean, I am going to be doing a Final Fantasy VII live stream the Monday after Easter, so day after Easter, I'm going to be live streaming Final Fantasy VII. Don't have a specific time yet. I will have one most likely by tomorrow. I'm going to upload that on my Twitter when I get a chance. I forget what time I'm going to be live streaming that, but yeah, didn't you know there was a boss there? Yeah, that was pretty good. But yeah, I'm going to be live streaming Final Fantasy VII. Just like, it's going to be a blind-ish run. As in, I know about Final Fantasy VII, and I know about, like, spoilers and plot twists and the sort. But I've never actually sat down and played the game myself. I only know about the famous moments, you can put it that way, about Final Fantasy VII. I don't really know about really any of the gameplay, like mechanics or anything like that, besides like limit break and the fact that it's real time. I'm completely like new and inexperienced when it comes to Final Fantasy VII and Final Fantasy in general. So I'm basically going to be doing that as an experiment for live streams as well as just to play Final Fantasy VII, because I know post-commentating over a live, like, well, not live, big RPG and editing that together, no, I don't have time for that. That's too much grinding. I'm probably gonna have to edit out, because I have a habit of grinding very, very obscenely, ridiculously often in RPGs if I feel like a threat is about to come my way. Literally ask practically anyone I know when it comes to me playing Nuzlocke in Pokemon. It's like, I grind very much. But yeah, I'm just like, specifically when it comes to Pokemon Nuzlocke, it's like I grind very often. I'm a pansy when it comes to live streams. I'm tired, okay? But yeah, it's just, you know, I'm trying to think of stuff to say, because I've pretty much run out of anything really big to say. I mean, you got like these different sections, like 4 sections before like the final boss. Well, pre-final boss, since we have all the Chaos Emeralds. But yeah. I can't really think of much to say besides the fact that I do pretty poorly on this section right here. The recording curves hit me pretty hard here, which is unfortunate. But yeah, I'm trying to think of stuff to say. It's not that Sonic Mania is boring or anything. I love this game, but just that, you know, you try to think of stuff that either nobody's like really said, or at least you find interesting. And it's like, yeah, I love Mania, and it's not the type of situation where the game is so boring that I can't think of anything to say about it. It's just that it's like, it's so good that I've ran out of good things to talk about, and there are so little flaws that I can't really harp on them unless they're obscenely, like, picky nitpicks. That's wow, that is a redundant sentence, phrase. I'm dying right now, if you couldn't tell. Just uploading can be hard sometimes. But yes, we are going through another section. What am I going for next? Right up. This part, the reason why I had to split this up into 2 parts, as I was saying earlier, was the PS4, with its recording feature for gameplay, only allows you to record 15 minutes at a time, and I barely reached that here. This recording ended up being like 11 minutes or so, and like adding the final boss and the credits onto that would have made it too long, so had to split it up into 2 parts. So yeah, that's how that came to be. behind-the-scenes action, and I hate the placement of that one enemy. So one instance of horrible enemy placement in this game, because I swear, it's like, it's just annoying. This is probably gonna be the last flaw that I mention in this, like, entire playthrough, because I've ran out of bad things and good things to talk about, because, well, I guess we could talk about the final boss when we get to it, but it's gonna be a bit. I mean, I like this. Wait, what are we talking about now? The background's cool. This is Metallic Madness 2.0. Only I've actually had tangents to talk about besides about how boring the level is, because this isn't a boring level. I mean, it's pretty. I like it. It's just in terms of the playthrough, I've really ran out of things to talk about. We got electrical bubbles, we got gears from Metropolis. I hate those pig bandits from Scrap Raid at this level. We're moving upwards. We are proceeding through the level, if you couldn't tell. Maybe Tails will die. Give me something to look forward to. Give me some amusement. A combined ring. Knuckles Chaotix, if you were unaware. And I get crushed here. So, yay! Restarting a section. What else do I have to talk about? I liked Sonic Mania Adventures. That was beautiful. Like, Tyson S., the same guy that animated the intro for Sonic Mania, as well as the ending. Phenomenal work. Like, I loved that animation so much. And there are gonna be more, so I'm looking forward to them. Like, I want them to be successful enough to the point where they can become their own cartoon. Even though I know that'd probably be difficult considering the characters don't speak, and thus it would be pretty hard for them to make like 10 to 20-minute episodes of just that. But I mean, like, you have classic cartoons like Tom and Jerry that like were completely silent, and you know they still work. So maybe like you took that philosophy of like storytelling and applied it to Sonic, which they kind of did for Mania Adventures, at least for the first episode, which is the only one up at time of this video's recording. I mean, it could work. Just like, I don't want to say stretch it out, because then that would imply like it's just being stretched out for the point of being stretched out. But I like it. You know. Either way, this is going to be the end of the playthrough for now. Or, wow, not the end of the playthrough. Okay, this is the end of the game. We're ending on a cliffhanger. But, okay, everybody. Until then.